This is Katrin with Disability Rights New York. Welcome to our podcast, Empire State of Rights Closed Captioned. We are here to bring you information on the most relevant topics regarding disability rights and advocacy. Today we have Marc, a previous client here at DRNY, and he's here to discuss his story. Hi, Marc. How are you doing today?
Morning. How are you, ladies?
Very good. Thank you. Marc, can you share a little bit about your story and your history with TBI?
Sure. I suffered a traumatic brain injury in 2013 in two car accidents where I was hit from behind, and I've had 11 surgeries since 2013, including 2 neurostimulator implants, one for pain and one for sleep apnea, which I had as a result of the whiplash injury. I also have TMJ, peripheral neuropathy, what's called a neuralgia, which is unbelievably excruciating, painful headaches, as well as ulnar release surgery for tubular tunnel syndrome in my left arm, as well as a torn rotor, torn cuff, as well as lots of back, knee, and other, orthopedic problems associated really with pain and with sleeplessness.
So because of the TBI, can you talk to us about what obstacles you have faced as a result?
Absolutely. TBI, traumatic brain injury, is known as an invisible disability because those who don't have a TBI or a brain injury or a concussion, they don't realize that some of the side effects of your disability, like loss of memory, loss of concentration, loss of focus, difficulty organizing, difficulty dealing with pain, being very abrupt, fast speech, as well as difficulty sleeping, are all part of this invisible disability. I mean, oftentimes those of us with TBI, because we don't have a cane or wheelchair, or walk around or park in the handicapped, that we're not disabled. That's the stereotype, and that's the farthest thing from the truth. The truth, invisible disabilities in many ways are more disabling, if not just as much as others, because they're quite painful and they're quite dramatic. In my case, I've really struggled with short-term memory as well as immediate recall, and just finished a year and a half at the Cognitive Institute on Fifth Avenue, 952 Fifth Avenue with Dr. Brown, to regain the memory I lost and the skills and jobs that I needed to be able to remember someone's name after, not seeing them for 2 months. Things as simple as that were difficult, and now, for me, thankfully, are more restored.
Do you think the public is aware of these experiences for someone who has a hidden disability?
No, certainly they are more aware than 4 or 5 years ago, now that the whole concussion lawsuits are more mainstream with the NFL, the National Football League, the NHL, the National Hockey League, boxing, and soccer. People like Pele or Muhammad Ali or others, who are like their famous football players like Joe Namath, all suffering from TBI or post-concussion syndrome or some sort of head injury, having changes in personality or forgetfulness. But it still needs a lot of education for those to accommodate those of us with disabilities and welcome us into society instead of putting us down, judging us, or attacking us for not remembering.
And in your opinion, what are some common misconceptions that the public has about people with TBI?
Oh, a common misperception is that you're faking your memory. What do you mean you don't remember your best friend? Because you didn't see him for 2 months ago. What do you mean you don't remember the name of someone you sat across from at a cocktail hour a week ago? What do you mean you don't remember your niece's name? Or you're doing it on purpose? You kicked yourself out of your apartment twice in a month. You did it on purpose because you couldn't find your keys. Or you lock yourself out of the car, or you're in the mall parking lot. You can't find the car. And they think, just common forgetfulness. No. Someone in their 30s or 40s doesn't have common forgetfulness of losing their keys or car as the symptom of a disability, which needs to be recognized.
And has DRNY helped you with some of these issues that you faced?
Yes, the Disability Rights New York has been helpful and has helped to educate others, but it's still an uphill battle.
And would you recommend DRNY to other people?
I would. Certainly, you guys certainly know the disabilities. I think you know the situation those of us encounter. You work well with other organizations. You work well with My Disability Advocate. You work well with the Brain Injury Association, which I'm a member of in New York. It's helped to educate others. So I would.
And what advice do you have for other people who may be working through some of the same issues you have?
Get help. It's not a crime to ask for help. It's not a crime to ask for an accommodation. teach others, try to educate, try to go focus groups or support groups. I mean, it's getting the word out, and also seeking advocacy. I mean, that's the smartest thing I did with the problems with my TBI was hire a disability advocate. My disabilities advocate, her name is Donna Drum, was able to explain to those that, look, he is disabled, and show the law and show what the disability is, and really explain it in terms that was very difficult for me to explain it. But certainly, I'd say get the word out, and certainly get the politicians involved to understanding, particularly the difficulties I've had. I've been getting accommodations in government services like court. So, for example, the court, in my case, was a family court. It took away my kids because of this horrible injury. And the court said, I don't remember on purpose. And then we asked for court for help, saying, can we bring in a note taker to take notes to help me remember? The court said, no, you can't. So I know DRNY was very helpful to write to the court. I know that we took the appeals route and appealed the court, but that takes years. I think that's where, there definitely needs to be more outreach and more education.
Well, that's great advice for all the other people out there that are definitely looking to have someone else to hear their experience. So thank you so much for sharing all of that. Marc, thank you so much for talking with us today. I know we only have a short time, but thanks for getting all of your information in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Empire State of Rights Closed Captioned has been brought to you by Disability Rights New York, your source for disability rights and advocacy. If you enjoyed our program, and we hope you did, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this post. If there is a subject you would like us to discuss, please email podcast@drny.org or comment below. Tune in next time where we'll bring you more information on disability rights in the state of New York. The closed caption version of this podcast is available on our YouTube channel. Empire State of Rights Closed Captioned is now streaming on iTunes and Spotify.